What's going on, traders? It's day number 38 of the $1,000 account challenge, and I'm up $500. Yes, you are reading that correctly. I am up $500. It's the last day of the $1,000 account challenge, and before we move into the $5,000 full port account challenge, I just wanted to have some fun. Why not? I'm up $400 in the account since the start of the challenge going into today. So I had $400 worth of profit to risk, and I risked it. We made $500 on a single trade that ran 50%. I purchased 10 contracts on AMD at about $1,000 total, which ran up to the high of day and gave us a profit of 50% on those contracts. Would have been 100% had I held a couple more minutes. So here's the breakdown. AMD, actually the whole chip sector, had a huge news catalyst overnight. If you look at AMD, gaps up. If you look at NVIDIA, it gaps up this morning. If you look at MU, this one gapped up. INTC also gapped up. AMD just had a lot of potential, not only with the recent news catalyst, but also the fact that, well, it just had earnings, right? And AMD ran previously, right after the earnings report was announced, up to highs of 106. So with it opening really close to 103 today, I knew that it had potential to run very close to 106, and that's pretty much exactly what it did. So AMD opens up and runs. You know what we do. Don't chase the move. Wait for the dip. The very first dip entry offered, I took the entry there with a stop loss at 103. And you might ask, Gates, how did you know AMD was going to hold and run? I didn't know. Had no idea. But I will tell you this. The amount of, because I almost bottom ticked this, right? The amount of risk assumed looks like this, down to my stop loss. Had this broke 103, it's an instant cut. I maybe would have lost $100 on this trade versus the amount of potential reward up to the high of day. So if we're just looking at the reward amount versus the amount of risk, it's more than 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1 here. Super worth it. So the amount of reward was worth the amount of risk, and that's why I took the trade. Now, I will admit I over leveraged, but the only reason why I did that is because I have the profit margin in the account now built up to be able to do something like that. It's the last day of the account challenge. I just wanted to have some fun with it and also show you that nothing changes from the days where I was taking trades and making $27 a day or $4 a day or $13 a day. The way that I took those trades is the same exact way that I took this trade. So it didn't matter to me if I was trading with $1,000 or with $100. The amount of risk and the amount of reward is still the exact same. Where I place my stop loss, still the exact same. How I approach taking my profits, still the exact same. The only difference is that I was using more size on this trade. So we get the run up into the high of day. I was happy with the profits, $500 gain on the day, went ahead and took it. Now, after this trade ended, I said, well, we don't have to be done with this. I wanted to be done because I just wanted to secure $500 in the account challenge on the last day. I felt like it looked nice, right? But I did mention another trade. I said, AMD, if this pulls back to the 104 area, you can take the dip entry off of 104 with a stop loss placed at 103.5 and then look for the rally back up. And that's exactly what worked out here. Now, I take the dip entry at 104. The reason why the stop is at 103.5, let me show you, is because when a stock breaks out of or down from a pattern, where it breaks out from is going to be a hidden level of support or resistance, and in this case, support. So seeing the pullback here down to that area of support offers you tight risk with the potential for a high reward. Now, we did have one more trade mentioned on the day. This was Apple short underneath the previous day's closing price. We know Apple has been selling from the earnings report. Yesterday had some news with Google that also caused it to sell. The market opened up and was selling today. So we had 3 confirmations there to take Apple short. The fourth one is going to be the fact that it broke down from this consolidation and the stock went from green to red on the break of the previous day's closing price, which is that green line there. So I told the team, hey, look, you can go short on the market buy break of 196 or short on the rally retest of the previous day's closing price and then look for the move down into the low of day. And this trade absolutely worked here. Again, didn't matter which entry you took because the amount of risk, even at the lower entry, the amount of risk there versus the amount of potential reward still really worth it. And the question was asked to me, Gates, how did you know Apple was going to reject and sell? I didn't know that that was going to happen. I didn't know that AMD was going to hold and bounce. But what I do know to be true is that the amount of risk assumed on those trades is worth the potential amount of reward. And every trade that you take, you are always going to assume risk. So you have to ask yourself, if I potentially lose $100, is it worth it to potentially make 500? And if the answer is yes, you just take the trade. So that's it for today, and that's it for the $1,000 account challenge. Final day, day number 38, up $500. The new balance, $1,931.87. We have returned nearly 100% of the initial account balance at $1,000 in 38 days. And we did it all by day trading options and trading a streamlined system that has a defined edge. If you are watching this video and you are interested in learning from me and learning this system and learning this edge and trading live with me every day, join the Discord server. The link is going to be in the description of this video. Sign up for the WAP. That's going to give you access to the Discord server, which is going to give you access to the live trading, which is going to give you access to any future challenges that I decide to run. I give you everything that you need to know: your contract selection, your entries, your exits, where to place your stop loss, the risk management. All that you need to do is just be here and follow along. So again, the link to join is going to be in the description of this video. Looking forward to seeing you on the inside when we start the $5,000 account challenge in about 2 weeks. Join now so that you have practice next week before that account challenge starts. Thank you for your time. I hope the video's helped, and enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.